Okay, so wrapping up today with some Lee Sin Taric. So Taric, new Targon champion out of the latest expansion. So he levels when he's seen you target or support allies 7 times, and he's super self-enabling. So support gives him and his ally tough this round, and he copies the last spell targeting only him onto that ally. So if you attack with Taric and cast a spell on him, he counts for that one turn counts for 3 of the 7 things he needs to level. You targeted him, he targeted someone else, and he supported someone. So normally champions like this that have that they have to see their things happen, they're generally slow to level. That's really not the case with Taric. Taric levels incredibly quickly in my experience. We are pairing Taric with Lee Sin here. So Lee Sin says, when you cast a spell, give me Challenger. If you cast another, give me Barrier, and then he levels when you've cast 7 plus spells. So Lee Sin works very well with Taric in that you'll cast a spell, target Taric, then you'll attack with Taric and Lee Sin. Taric will support Lee Sin, and he'll cast the spell again, which gives Lee Sin a barrier, so Lee Sin can hook something. Oh, what's Taric's leveled mode? Taric's leveled mode gives his supported ally, I can't be damaged or die, which is great. Lee Sin's leveled mode says, I Dragon Rage enemies that I challenge. So Dragon's Rage kicks the opponent, the thing that he challenges, into the Nexus. So we have kind of a combo kill in this deck where normally Lee Sin kicks something into the Nexus, he hurts it and the Nexus, and that's it. However, if you give Lee Sin Overwhelm, he basically gains double attack in addition to kicking their thing into the Nexus. So with Zenith Blade here in our deck, we utilize this to give Lee Sin Overwhelm, and Lee Sin kicks their thing when leveled into the Nexus, and then also punches through, because even though he was blocked, he'll have Overwhelm and get to hit. The rest of the deck is a variety of pump spells for Taric and spells to level Lee Sin. We've got a support theme as well with Flower Child, the Traveler, Young Witch, and Mentor of the Stones. We've got Solari Priestess. This card's just an auto-include in its current form. I think if you're playing Targon, you should probably, if you're not explicitly in on the Nightfall theme, you should be playing this card, and honestly, the Nightfall deck should probably be fitting her into, which there's probably some discussion as to whether or not that means she's too pushed, but that's separate. But she's very good. The pool of Celestial cards that she lets you invoke something from are very strong on average. You're basically never sad to get any of them. So let's go ahead and pop on into some games here with this mid-range combo deck and see how it goes. Rhino, thanks for 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Aloha to you as well. Vi Taric on the other side. Mulligan everything but the Traveler here. I don't think I need 2 of them, and I'm looking for some other threats here. Sure, 2-3, good curve. Traveler, worth noting that the Traveler grants 2 defense, which is a permanent buff, which is really powerful.
One star's whoopsie is another spark. Ooh, that's new.
Together, we can do this.
I don't know that I necessarily want to attack the Traveler into their 1-1. This is probably mostly a free roll, huh? If this dies in combat early, it's not a big deal. Now we're not running our 2-2 into their 2-3.
Bring clarity.
Ooh. That's a turn 3, Taric.
Sunlight guiding my brethren.
Never submit.
See allies get supported or targeted.
A mountain divides us. I've climbed bigger.
So if I attack like this, my 1/2 turns into a 1/4, my 2/2 gains tough. So they can't kill any of my things without a trick. They could have the Nightfall combat trick, which maybe makes this wrong. Well, if they have the Nightfall combat trick, they still can't kill my Taric because that'll only be 4 power and my Taric's tough. See, I think I'm okay with this.
No further.
This gives me 2 level up on this Taric.
This is rather dull.
Must we fight? Hide no longer.
Oh, by the way, something that I'm surprised didn't come up today, but I just glanced in my Twitter feed that's coming up again. Did my fellow people that follow U.S. politics see that the House is going to vote on decriminalizing marijuana at the federal level for the first time in history? Which would be phenomenal. I'm sure it's just gonna go on Mitch's desk to die, but like that would be great to see that the current crop of even corporate Dems in Congress are interested in doing that. Yeah, it hasn't been voted yet. I feel like they wouldn't be publicizing that they're putting it up for a vote if they didn't think they'd have the votes to pass it.
Believe or burn.
Remember that time I took the warrior instead of taking the obliterate spell? How did they steal my unit? They're not. They're also playing Taric. Got a deck of the day decided yet. The first thing we played was really good. Which Lulu deck, Shen or Taric? I like Shen better, Peek and Fern. So if I put a sword on here, I can support this onto here, which will give this another +1/+2, and then this can challenge down their Taric.
No time to rest.
And this will level my Taric as well, right? So if I do this, this is going to end up as a 7/8, and the other Taric will be a 4/9. I think this is the play. I think I'd rather kill their Taric than their elusive.
Never submit. Unyielding. I am the protector of the mountain.
So close.
So I'm at 8, but the star shaping puts me at a virtual 13.
Forgive me.
Like this.
No further.
This gives me elusive to block their thing, to block a follow-up elusive. This, I still have my challenger here, but if they have a follow-up elusive, having an elusive is good.
Starting your climb, TR. It's about time.
I'll see you at the top.
So they're hoping to find a silence here to silence my challenger.
And here's where I'd paint my constellation.
There's a 1 mana silence a follower. Can't level him this turn. I think I just play the Immortal Fire. Or do I just open attacks? It's probably best to just open attacks, huh? I could just Zenith Blade here and then maybe kill them. But if I do that, I'm dead to this on the backswing if they like stun me. But I have a deny for the stun, right? Yeah, I think I'm supposed to open.
I do this.
Never submit.
Yeah, because this way, if they like have any tricks, I can potentially deny or bastion.
Sisters.
Yeah, I agree. Our lose condition definitely involves elusive, so.
Invisible to the ignorant.
There's our lose condition. Whew. Be very quiet. We're hunting elusives. It's a good start.
Beautiful.
Big bird. It is a very, very large bird. Trundle Assault here. I'm gonna mulligan these two, looking for a 2-drop support to pair with Flower Child. Nailed it. You get rewards for ranking up. I believe it's just cosmetics,
Who need that?
if I recall correctly.
You're so hungry.
Whatever the journey brings.
So
I welcome.
with the Traveler here, this permanently gets a buff and this permanently gets a buff. My opponent's deck plays Avalanche, so I definitely want to open attacks here to not get blown out by that. So this is permanently a 3/4. I think I'm gonna go Flower Child Mentor, and then I can Taric next turn on their turn, and then open attacks the following turn. Oh, I don't have enough mana for that. I'm only at 3. That's fine. Let's go Mentor.
Traveler, and stop staring.
How do you copy that code? It should be on the overlay if you're on desktop. If you're on mobile, you can go to my Mobilytics page and grab it from there. Or Sky Zeros can paste it. Thanks, Sky.
came to fight!
Don't worry. I am here.
I'm not panicking, you're panicking.
Okay, so that's really good. Holy crap, is that good? So I do this, and then I blessing onto here.
No time to rest. I do this.
So this will be 1 support, 2 support, 3 supports, 4, 5.
It's time to shine. Hope crystallizes.
And blessing on the target's a permanent buff here. Just like the rest of these. So yeah, so attack. This is now a 7-9. This is an 8-9 because it gets the blessing of the Targon. Not a bad turn 5. I take back everything I said about Hush being okay. Please nerf. Please nerf, chat. There shouldn't be counterplay to my busted thing. Stupid interactive card game. Why you gotta be interactive? Why can't you just let me kill you and do nothing about it? I guess we could play Magic if we wanted that to be the case. Hush is fine. For the record, for people that are really bad at detecting sarcasm, Hush is fine. I think Hush is super reasonable, and I think the people complaining about Hush aren't super reasonable. Ooh, that's a written in stars. Kinda sounds good.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way.
Okay, so they're going up to 9 mana next turn. Oh, that's so unlucky. I was really hoping to draw a Lee Sin there, obviously. Or, not Lee Sin, the other one, Taric. I guess we were I guess it's not that unlucky. We had 2 of each because they killed one of them already. No, we shuffled 2 Tarics back in, right? So there should be 3 Tarics in my deck because we copied his champion spell. Part of me wants to just Zenith Blade this and smack them. That's what I'm doing. I don't get another Zenith Blade out of my deck because I've already played a card for the turn. I think I'm gonna go ahead and Bastion this so that way it can support Flower Child.
Celestial power.
Hello, friends!
If they have a second Hush here, we get into trouble because they get to eat my Flower Child, but if they don't have second Hush, we're in a really good spot.
There no one else?
Next turn we'll have 8 mana, so I can go Solari Priestess as a Daybreak into my cheaper Lee Sin. And then this is going to gain 3 attack back here. Oh gosh, so need to fade the Silence of Follower. And again, they didn't snap it off, so they either missed it or they didn't find it. They are at Aurelion mana. Okay, no Ace Soul. man. Heals, Batman.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
Damn it, Lee Sin! Okay, that one was definitely unlucky.
Stop eating or no more walkies.
I have mixed feelings about this avalanche.
Force is meaningless without skill.
No, not really, Cyan God. How crazy is it to burn their mana here? I know they're at 11. I feel like I'm supposed to burn their mana and just get set up to kill them next turn. Because, like, I have these Dragon's Rages in hand. I think I just burn their mana. Yeah, but, like, is the 5 damage really doing anything?
I will not hold back. The dragon spirit awakens.
Nice. Do you think Anal Jesus approves of Lee Sin's stat line, chat?
Spilled paint is just accidental art.
Gems are superb. Bad for the teeth, though.
Off we go! Slow down!
Slow down.
I'll see this through. Conflict is all in the mind.
Come on, Rib!
Center your spirit. Caw!
Kick the puppy. Oh, kick the puppy. So I didn't get to full kill there, but didn't get to full combo kill, but good enough for lethal. That's like sweet. I'm into it. Alright, another ramp deck. So we want to mulligan again, looking for an aggressive start. I think I mulligan these 3 looking for a 1-drop to pair with Traveler. Yeah, Young Witch is not the worst. Flower Child! Flower Child! Rats, never lucky. Yeah, I agree, Disconnect. It feels like our deck has a more cohesive plan when it's not combo killing people, which is ideal. Start with Zenith Blading this, because I want to advance my board, but I also don't want to get blown out by Avalanche. So this allows me to add pressure without playing into Avalanche.
I won't stop now.
The trolls are going to war!
The trolls are going to war.
Lulu! Where'd she go?
They attack with Trundle. I'm gonna trade for this. Might be a little ambitious. 3 mana. It's been a good set so far, dude. Like, I would love a Lenari Priestess.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
Get our champion set up. And we're not that far in either. 3 minutes. What is your quest? What's going on, Party Rank? Thanks for the 7 months. I'm glad you're enjoying the Runeterra stuff. I am too. Definitely my favorite card game at the moment. So, Ice Pillar, their Trundle's dead, but Ice Pillar still does stuff. Alright, so Written in Stars apparently only draws Lee Sin. It is not capable of drawing anything else.
Together, we can do this.
Ooh. That's what we like to call a combo in the biz, chat. That is pretty good. I dig it. That's a real solid anti-aggro game plan. It's a good thing we're a combo deck, huh? We're gonna get Orient solved next turn. I think we're dead, chat. I think we're dead. Too much Twitch chat on their side of the board. Too much Twitch chat. Twisted Fate Gangplank. I'm gonna mulligan the Hush. I'm gonna keep Gilding Touch, because if we get Flower Child set up, we'll want to be able to heal it once it gets larger. There are a lot of damage-based removal. Tiger Yamato, thank you for the 3/4 of a year. All these cool new cards flying around, I'm just killing people with Girl Scouts. Am I the boomer? Yeah, I think we're gonna... I had someone ask today, actually, if they were allowed to submit decks without a bunch of target cards in them, and that's definitely the case. I think we're gonna get back to playing some of the many decks that were reasonable last season that are still gonna be good. Alright, so... do I Young Witch? Young Witch is... the problem with Traveler is Traveler will trade with this. But Traveler gets this more defense.
Go on, man.
You told me to say hello. Hello.
You told me to say hello, hello. There's some real upside to Tyrell pumping this ASAP against the Noxious Bilgewater deck. Like, if they kill this turn, I'm pretty sad. I didn't specify my deck from last season was reasonable. Fair.
Treasures of the ages for a price.
I'm ready to take the first step.
Perfect. So these all get to survive.
This way. Go.
5-4 over here. I think I just start with these attacks and see what they do. I don't think I really want to force either of these to block at the moment. They're pretty likely to block as is.
Friends glow.
What's that you got there?
They did just draw a bunch of cards off of our deck, so they could have pump spells, even though they're not on faction for them. We've got our gilding touches here to heal this back up, which is great.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
I'm gonna go ahead and just do this now, so that way I don't lose mana this turn. Yeah, I think I'm into Mentor.
Speak, stars. Speak, I say.
This way, if they pass, I can just end the round. There's a Priestess. Going wide here is nice in the event of Make It Rain. Well, poop. I think I'm taking the Falling Comet here. I think the plan is just like open on attacks next turn.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't really care about these things yet.
I'll burn for what I've done.
My journey begins here and ends at the top. I won't stop now.
Let's get to it.
Oh, right. They haven't attacked yet for the turn. So I can give this challenger to hook their 2-3, so this can't eat this, and they'll be forced to trade.
No time to rest.
Then if they want to block here, I have a Resonating Strike. I might just take 3. They'll create different formats such as Standard and Historic. I don't know. I almost feel like because of the way they intend to balance their game, there's a real chance that, like, they just don't have a rotation. Because, like, when you remove, like, because cards aren't the primary monetization model, rotation is largely intended as a revenue driver. So, like, there's a lot of things that other card games do that you suddenly don't have to keep doing if selling cards isn't your primary monetization avenue. If that makes sense. So, like, I feel like I kind of expect some innovation from them in that area. You are the weakest link. Denied.
So close. No, please.
Grog if you work, run if you don't.
Shake-up of metagames. I mean, honestly, the thing players want out of card games most of the time isn't even necessarily shaking up so much as they just want things to be really diverse. And, like, again, if they can manage to just, like, have this really diverse card game without ever needing to rotate things, I think that's something a lot of players really want. These will trade here. That's fine. I getting to 10? I'm probably getting to 10. This has Spell Shield, though. The Spell Shield card. The Riot folks that have poked into chat, in my chat in the past, have said that they don't currently have plans for rotation or anything like that. But that could easily change as they develop more and their product matures.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
Yeah, I think things like the labs and the gauntlets where they experiment with triple region formats, or you could, like, it feels like there's a ton of room for, it feels like there's a ton of room in Runeterra for user-created formats too, you know, similar to like EDH and stuff like that, because you can, what's the word I'm searching for? You can, like, you know, what if there's a format where you have different region allotments or different champion limits or different champion requirements? I feel like a free-form game mode in Runeterra would likely be pretty successful. I feel like I'm doing this and hooking this. And if they want to block this, I get to Resonating Strike to kill whatever they block with.
Back, heretic.
Yeah, and we've already seen some of that in labs, right? Runeterra, to me, with the way their core game system works, as far as deck building is concerned, really feels like one of the first major card games that are digitally out there that could potentially have the same amount of deck building depth that Magic offers. Yeah, having some kind of really high-powered format could be neat. Support multiplayer. I don't know. To set an incredibly low bar, I think Runeterra's more likely to have a multiplayer format than Magic Arena is. I'm gonna trade these here. Sure, something like an EDH where you always always have your guaranteed champion, bigger deck sizes. There's like I said, there's lots of really excellent things they can do in that space.
I fight with the dragon's fury.
2 players is technically multiplayer. You are not wrong.
Force is meaningless without skill.
Ready, Rex?
Not yet! Good to go!
Don't be a Redditor, chat. This card's fine. Games have to end, chat. One of the fundamental problems with Magic as a game is the fact that the games just don't end. The one time I wanted to draw Lee Sin, we drew Taric. Sounds about right. I agree. I think Shark's a lot of fun. Speaking of games needing to end. Oh, did I miss Lethal? I punted Lethal. I didn't realize they were at 11. I was talking to chat and bullshitting. People were complaining about the Shark. I could have gemmed this up and killed them.
Looking into the future.
Alright, if we lose this, I deserve to lose it. I have a gain 5, so like hopefully we're not gonna lose. Oh wait, they have a thing. Never mind, they have an elusive. He's a hungry boy anyways, chat. That's fine. It's all calculated.
I've whipped up something special.
So the Mentor of the Stone Seer is actually really good for them, because it's going to let them pump up their Riptide Rex if they open attacks.
I am reborn of salt and
Feels like we're in danger, chat. That's our bastion. Yikes. Lulu Shen, so something aggressive. Pretty sure Hush is like S tier in this matchup. I'm gonna mulligan the rest of these, looking for other cheaper cards. Actually, nothing is ever disgusting about correcting someone. Is the appropriate response to that last game we lost writing a lengthy Reddit post about how Nab's not okay?
Please, Bob.
Is that the appropriate response?
Look, Lou, I made a Pix too.
Hello.
Aww, he's gonna be super happy.
Man, do I feel dead, chat. I feel like we're coming back down to reality with this one after our first game where we like comboed off. Snap back to real. I guess we're just passing and like they're hooking this and we're hushing it so we trade with their challenger.
They won't like this. Tremendo!
Hey, Wolverine, thanks for the half-year Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I think the opponent's archetype is very good. I'm pretty sure some form of Lulu Shen is going to be one of the 3 decks that I play at the Runeterra tournament that I'm playing in a couple of weeks. Pretty good. Golden Sister here is great for stabilizing down the line, potentially. We'll see if it's going to be fast enough. It might not be fast enough.
What do you say, Glow? That's yes!
Break their spirits and their swords.
Yeah, I don't think the sisters are going to show up soon enough to help us, chat. All right, let's try one more. Definitely feels like a solid case of we're not interactive enough to not die, and our primary game plan isn't fast enough to race. We tried Leona Nocturne. We've not. I played Diana Leona today to start, and that's definitely deck of the day for the Runeterra set. Did Teemo get anything great in the new set? Not specifically, but the mushroom characters enable Nightfall really well. We played Diana Teemo yesterday or the day before, and it was the deck of the day. Yeah, but you don't really have a hard time enabling Diana, Andrew. I played the list we played today, played it Splash Shadow Isles for a couple extra Nightfall things, and it was fine. Hey, Sean. Thanks for the 22 months. I really appreciate that. Hope you're staying safe out there. I saw you got engaged on Twitter. Congrats.
Don't think I won't unmake you because I will.
Because I will. Fantastic curve here to start. Good to go, Flower Child into Tayari the Traveler to support this and pump it up. I think I'm okay. So if I attack with this, they could trade it for the Spider, but this permanently becomes a 3/4, which is great.
Oh, don't get too close.
Just begun.
Yeah, the Daybreak package slots into a lot of different things, Andrew. I'm super ready for Magic to rotate, Sean, so we can play with Mutate creatures again. So Zenith Blade here, if it's our first card with Daybreak, it draws another Zenith Blade. I kind of don't mind making this huge. So I think we just do this, because then this gets overwhelmed permanently in addition to the bonus. We get to draw another Swold. And then there's kind of the question of, do I want to Taric to support this, or do I want to Mentor of Stones? Probably Taric, because he's harder to kill in combat. He gives himself tough. One of the things that's really sweet about Taric is, in addition to giving his support tough, he also supports himself as well, so he's got a little bit of self-protection in there. It's one of the issues that Shen's always had. He doesn't give himself a barrier. Rude.
Now who's got the upper hand?
If this attacks without a support, it does not get tough. That's sad, so we're just passing now. Okay, we have Young Witch and Mentor here, so we're gonna get quite the chain going.
Its only purpose to fall.
Huh? What if we just Young Witch this turn, and then I can bank these 3 mana, and then we can Lee Sin into Zenith Blade, or Lee Sin into Hush? Maybe I maybe I Zenith Blade into Mentor into Hush. Hushing Yasuo seems pretty important this turn. There is also merit to just starting on attacking, though, so that way they can't stun my stuff before I get going. Like, this attack is, like, pretty reasonable, right? It's like a crack for 10, and they don't really have... I guess this block here is pretty good for them.
Lost in reflection?
Hush might be our saving grace. Yeah, Palm and Tempest still aren't great for us there. Let's do this and see what they do.
Rough technique.
That's actually pretty good for us, right? So now I get to... Wait, do I Lee Sin now? Do I Lee Sin or do I Mentor? Mentor lets me hold up Hush. I think I Mentor.
You're all shiny and majestic, but can you float?
I could certainly try.
This way. Oh.
So now these things all get bigger because Taric's going to cast his thing over. The stones will grant Taric +2/+2. Huh? It could be right. Like, they can't stun me. Their stun a non-attacker costs 4. I could just play another Mentor to get in extra hits with that. Yeah, I'm just gonna go all in. They're probably gonna have Steel Tempest to stun an attacker, so I think I just want to push as much damage as possible. I'm expecting one of my attackers to get stunned here.
Winds glow.
Assume the Flower Child's the largest.
Face me, Shorthorn.
Oh, it's on.
No more running.
Oh no! Oh no, if they kill both the Mentors, we burn our draw next turn. I didn't think about that. Because we're going to go to 10 cards in hand when we get 6 gems. Yikes. Maybe I should have just put the other Zenith Blade on this. Oh, if I would have put the Zenith Blade on here, this would have leveled. I could have put the Zenith Blade on anything to level him. No, because that's a wash, right? Because it's a mentor. Yeah. Wow, no Tempest is really good for us. All right, please be a bad card. Please be a bad card on top. Please be a bad card on top. Oh, no. Oh, yikes. So if I would have given him another Zenith Blade, he'd have lived there, and I wouldn't have burned my top card. Oh, oh yikes. I think we're dead, chat. Hey, Amazonian, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. We're actually just getting ready to wrap up here myself here shortly. Maybe their deck full of stuns doesn't have any stuns and Lee Sin can kill them next turn? Maybe? Most fun. So I stream 2 to 3 decks a day, and every day pretty much I tag a favorite on my website there.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
I'd recommend checking that out for some of the highlights from the last couple of days. There's been a lot of great things in the set. The Targan cards pair with a lot of different things nicely. Yeah, no problem, Forever. Welcome to the stream. Catch us at the tail end today, but I do usually 2 to 3 Runeterra decks every day now. It's definitely my favorite card game at the moment.
Yeah, he bites.
Here's our chance.
Okay, so Lee Sin is leveled.
The dragon spirit awakens.
So in the event that they have Stone Cold nothing in 5 cards, we can kill them here.
Now who's got the upper hand?
Wait, are they dead? So if I do this, they're at 7. They have 3 toughness. I can deny a stun. So they need to not have 2 things here now? I should have probably opened on this, huh? Okay. Do we have another one?
Underestimate. I dare you.
Destiny's waiting.
Yeah, I don't think we can beat the second one there.
Now who's got the upper hand?
Conflict is all in the mind.
I mean, I guess we're still technically at 19 and they're still technically at 7, so like I have Hush to like not die to these giant things.
Negotiations are over.
I face my fate. Your turn.
So 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17 if I double Hush these. Hey, thanks for the 44 months, Sonaru. I appreciate that.
You like magic? Oh, he likes you.
And if they have any other pumps here, I have another Hush I can play. So Hush, every time you play it, creates a fleeting Hush. You basically get to silence as many things as you have increments of 3 mana. So I want to kill them on the backswing next turn, chat, I think is my play. Yeah, Sonaru, if you haven't tried this game yet and you like Hex, like, this game basically has all the best parts of Hex with none of the crappy secondary market and backed by a company that's not just going to randomly run out of money. Would highly recommend. I must really like that. Yeah, the people that made a profit off of it liked it.
Empire above all. Glory cannot excuses for war.
It's on mobile. It's really easy to try. So I need 14 attack to kill them through this stupid Swain. I think we're donezo, chat. I suppose they could have nothing and the priest could hit obliterate. Yeah, that's the line. If they have any direct damage or stun cards, we're dead though. Meteor Shower also technically does it, and Warrior technically does it too, so... Okay.
Light warms the heart and lights the way.
Dead to a stiff breeze. In it till the end. So this is lethal because they have leveled Swain, and leveled Swain stuns my strongest thing when I take direct damage. So yeah, it was a rough set. Any consideration for taking the Warrior to play around Deny? Sure. Yeah, you're right. The Warrior is better because it plays around. It plays around Deny. We were still dead there because of what they had, but you're correct that choice plays around more. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We got to do the thing in the first game, and the thing was kind of neat. I felt like I had some of the same problems with this build that we had when we were playing Lulu Taric, which makes sense because they're the same faction combination. So, like, the big issue is that we really just don't have good removal in these two factions. Like, there's no single combat, there's no chunky challenger units. Like, you've got Hush, and, like, you've got some really expensive cards like Sunburst that you don't really even want to play because it's like a medium answer. Occasionally, Solari Priestess makes you obliterate, but especially against the aggro decks, it feels like you have a tough time executing your thing fast enough or staying alive. There is a different variation of this archetype in the queue as well that has, it's late and I don't know offhand what the differences are, but we're going to try this archetype again at some point with a slightly different take, and we'll see if that one feels better. I'll have to take a look and see if maybe there's an interaction I'm not thinking of that we can play, but like I said, these two factions in general are kind of a tough pairing for that because they just don't have the cards in them. At any rate, that's going to be it for me for today, folks. I really appreciate everybody that stuck out through the end. Tomorrow, I'll be doing a little bit less Runeterra. I'm doing some variety segments on the weekend. So tomorrow, I'm going to do one Magic deck, one Runeterra deck, and then we're going to play some Baba Is You, which is a puzzle game that's come highly recommended to me, and we had a sub donate to add, so look for that tomorrow. If you're new to the channel, thanks for hanging out through the end. Be sure to check out my website and my YouTube channel. Everything I stream gets cut up and uploaded there, so if you're at the start of the format like this, and you're looking for different constructed decks to take a peek at and see how they work, I've been posting videos with 2 to 4 constructed decks every single day, so lots of great things up there already. Everybody stay safe out there wherever you're at in the world. Peace, folks.